All right, we're back at it. 3.9 swap 86 GT 4-speed. What we're doing here is we are swapping the valve springs. So we're doing a very, very small valve spring upgrade. These springs are from Summit. Very affordable. If you're not really going to add boost or you're not going to add a big lift cam, this would be a decent spring upgrade to your Lz9 or Lz4. Now I went ahead and I took some initial measurements here, and here we go. This spring is a little bit thicker and it's a little bit taller than a factory spring. Now the factory spring just might be still compressed a little bit after I removed it, but it's a little bit shorter. The factory spring is a little bit shorter than this. So here's a comparison of the factory spring here on the left and the mild upgraded spring on the right. Now Summit calls this spring here like an LS6 spring. LS6 spring, like a factory LS6 spring style spring. And you know, the LZ engines are based, the heads are based loosely off of the LS engine family, so they kind of have close to the same type of spring family as the LS engines. So how I'm swapping these, what I'm doing is I have my hose here without removing the heads. Got my hose here, I'm hooking up compressed air, and I have my regulator at about 10 psi, and I'm applying air pressure into the cylinder. And I have this tool here that I had to make. Now, after I made this and modified this, I discovered you can actually buy these on the internet, because I was going to make these and provide these, but I can't make them for as cheap as you can find them on Amazon or eBay or whatever anymore. So, but you can go ahead and find one of these valve spring compressors if you're going to go ahead and do this modification. It's just, let me see if I can get some light on this here. There we go. So it's just a 3/8 drive, okay? And you apply your ratchet, and what you do is you can just torque down on this, and then that will allow you, with the air pressure in the cylinder, that allows you to change your spring without having to remove the heads. So like I said, I was actually going to end up making these and selling these, but you know, China can do them for a lot cheaper than I can. So if this is something that you're going to do here, if this is something that you're going to want to do on your engine, just go on eBay, go online, just look up LS valve spring compressor tool, and you can find something like this. And they're cheap. They're like, I don't even know, 20, 30 bucks. I can't even make them for that. So obviously in the quantities that I would have to make them in. So, but this works perfectly. So there you go. And that's all you have to do. Apply air pressure, and then you can change your springs. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out all these springs. And when I'm done with that, we'll come back. All right, so I got them all done but one. And one thing I didn't go over here is my little magnet tool that I'm using to do this. So you compress the spring with your ratchet, and then I just use my little magnet tool here, and I pull out the keepers or the locks with the magnet. Try to do this with one hand here. There you go. Lift it back. Pull that up like so. And you can remove the spring. Pull off the retainer. There's a spring. New spring in hand. Slide that in. Retainer on the top. And then we'll install the wrench here, compress that, install the keepers, and then this last one will be done. All right, and there we have it all done. We can remove our air. Take the hose out. Now all we have to do is reinstall our rocker arms, which I kept all in the same order up here. And then we can reinstall the push rods, get some gaskets on here, get the manifolds back on here. And this part will be done. This part will be buttoned up. So much more to come, guys. Stay tuned for more videos on this Lz9 swap into an 86 Fiero GT.